Let's see, am I back on? Definitely a fun guy. Prada bag. What was the last thing that got caught on here? My wife was talking to me.
Jello's flat-footed? Flat-footed, huh? Jello's Army Service rejection letter for being flat-footed.
That's the last thing that I got caught. Right in the uppercut. Hold your horse as base. Yes, dear. Yes, dear. I'll be right there. Mm. Is this thing back up yet? Text working? Okay. Aha. All right. Back on. The last comment that I had was that my wife said that Jello was flat-footed. And I said, yeah. Jello's Army Service rejection letter for being flat-footed. What did you send me? What the hell did you send me? Hernia 64. What is he, pregnant or something? What is this, Jello's labor pains? What the hell is this? Dude. You posted it? I'm gonna make it the video cover. Yeah, you posted it? No, this is going up on mine. Yeah, no, that's what I was saying. The last thing I got out was I said, because my wife said he's flat-footed. I said, yeah, Jello's flat-footed. And then I said, Jello's Army Service rejection letter. And then my stream got cut. But now I'm going to have fun with Jello right now. Gonna upload this, man. And while we're here, since I got to put this back up. I said, yeah, I'll post this for Drew. Yeah, I said I'd plug it for him, so I will. That, if you guys want to check, go to Drew's place or wherever he's hosting it. CKK 2026 Cincinnati Combat Convention, formerly known as Get It in Ohio. And yeah, if you guys want to meet, hang out, play Mortal Kombat. I'm not sure what all else is done, but yeah. Developed by Gut Feeling Studios. Gosh. That's all right. Let me get all this back up here. I'm gonna make this my this is gonna be my new post here. The Hernia 64. It's hilarious. Hilarious. Yo, yo. Gonna have some fun right now with this thing here. Okay, I'm gonna put this path. There you go. Perfect. Had to upload that. Change it to my settings. There you go. Alright, back to some games here. You play as Jello on a quest. You get to get surgery before it's too late. Jeez, and I was getting ready to fight, what was it, Mamani or Scorpion? Yeah, where was it? Where did it go? No. Ah. I don't know where all these guys went now. I was going to do a good UMK3 crud. Aw, man. Gosh, guys, crud. I got Western Europe. Chris 79. Yeah, this might be bad all around. Might be bad in general. I'm not sure. Okay, yeah, never. As I know it's going to lag badly against Gamer TK, I'll just make my own. We'll see. Let's see. We're going to make our own here. Making our own. Making a room. No room. Everybody's off the game now. Oh, there it was. It came back. Any other UMK3s? Oh, okay. Avenged Forevers. I'll give that one a shot. He looks like he's got some good win-loss here. A good ratio. Getting ratioed. Let's see here. Hernia 64. No. Avenged. Okay, good. He wants to play. All right. Alrighty then. Ah, it just popped. Yeah, I was going to push you right into that, boy. Yeah, I know he'd have me either way. Ah, got me. Very good. Yeah, I'll do Sub-Zero if you want to do that next time. Hernia 64. I like that. The buzzsaw goes the other direction. Hits him and goes back. Goes sent back the other way. It depends if they hold block or not, FMC. It just, sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes they can block it. It really depends. And if it depends if they land on it. The computer will usually fall for it one way or another. The computer will let you, I think, buzzsaw them, blade them, ground razor, and then spin, or ground razor and go right into a combo. But a human will not. They might not, unless they're already knocked into the air or they land on it. I think it depends. It all depends. Oh, great MK Legacy popped in there for a second. I'm at 75. Toss off. Whatever the heck word that is. Pose off. Pose off. That's I guess that's when two guys go out walking on the catwalk and one guy thinks he looks better than the other guy. They have a pose off. So Ahmet's having a pose off. But yeah, you can't do the spin then the spikes. There's a lockout, so you can't do one before the other. It's just, yeah, it's not going to let you do a dash then ground razor. You're locked out of it. But well, that's the thing. Playing Shang Tsung, as I've said, you some incredible juggles if you catch somebody. You can get like 8 hatchet uppercuts in a row. If you go from an eruption, his fireball eruptions, and then go up when you morph into Nightwolf, and you can go hachaka, 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 hachaka. If they're literally like right over you, you can get like 8 of those. Because they went so high coming down on top of you, you can chain a lot of those together as Nightwolf. There's also some pretty cool juggling if you catch somebody with your bombs as Cyrax. But the thing is, it's not playing as Shang Tsung is not as all that superior, because you have to unmorph from your characters. You can't just transform at will. You can morph for the first time, but then it's got a definite expiration date. And if you're just holding block, you can stay in that form, but it's going to force you to unblock. As soon as you take your finger off of it, you got to morph back into, automatically go back to Shang Tsung, which kind of leaves you exposed sometimes, because you have to unblock. When your time is up, you're forced out of that character. So it's a disadvantage to have to be pushed out of a morph into another, back into Shang, basically. When you're forced back into Shang when the time expires. That's what makes it kind of a liability. It's great though if that happens in the middle of a juggle, depending on your character. But yeah, if everybody had that, if it was so easy to master, everybody would have been doing Shang Tsung for decades. He would have been the man to go as. Oh, you want to play? You want to? You want? No, you don't want to go Sub-Zero. Okay. Oh, you want to go Sub-Zero? No? Okay. No, I'm not. Okay. Fine. Okay, we'll do that. We'll do that, Ahmet. Oh, just Jello's testicular torsion. Hey, Titan. I was just saying earlier, my wife mentioned maybe Jello's flat-foot. And I said, Jello's flat-footed, huh? In that case, it'd be Jello's Army rejection letter. Jello's Army Service rejection letter. I was just having fun with that, but I'm glad he's a good sport with that. That hernia emblem, that hernia 64. That's why I also said. I said, "What base? What did you do? You made him pregnant or something?" Jello's labor pains. Jello's dishonorable discharge. Jello's postpartum depression. Yeah, that's base. Base did it. I'm glad Jello's a good sport about it, though. That's some funny stuff. That's why I don't care about me being drawn with a grenade around my neck. Oh, he got me with a good uppercut there. Yeah, the remote shock collar. No, that's like Hassan Piker's dog. What was it? Yeah, Asman and Hassan's their rivalry, because Hassan, the nephew or the inbred cousin of Cenk Uygur, yeah, him and his dog with the shock collar. Oh, you know, see, Titan, you know, Hassan Piker's dog therapy. Aha, got me through the roof. Good old dog shock. Ah! Hi. Aha, it's dropping the inputs. Crap. Gibbo's dog, Arif Severet. All right. Bringing some good guys. Bringing some good guys out of the woodwork. All right. Let's see what we can do. Yeah, you're right, FMC. Yeah, it's the it's the dog. That was freaking hilarious. The dog, and I saw it, yeah. Asmongold just started laughing hysterically at that. It's like, the dog is going through a Chinese phase. Ah, he got me with the freezing. Oh, boom! Frozen. All right. Very good, Arif Severet. Gibbo's dog. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how good Gibbo's is. Ah. Who's real classic Sub-Zero to me and why, huh? Jello cease and desist letter. Oh, I got caught. Jello's extra chromosome. Jello's colostomy bag. The real classic Sub-Zero 2. What was like one of them turned into Noob Saibot or something? Like that's what became the lore of it. Wuhan or Bihan or something. Maybe I'm mixing Dragon Ball Z up, but yeah. The original Sub-Zero died, came back as Noob, but then somehow classic Sub-Zero made a reappearance. I'm not sure how they wrestled all of that with the lore. But yeah, that's so regular Sub, and then his little brother is now the unmasked Sub-Zero. I don't know. I don't know. They're all frosty ninjas. That's what they are. They're all frosty, chilly ninjas. So, yeah. They're cool assassins. And that's exactly what's happening in this connection. Because I know GamerTK, unfortunately, I think is playing from England or something. Playing from England or some crap. Cao Lang, who donned the mantle. Donned the mantle of Sub-Zero. Okay. Yeah. Oh, there's a XL Survivor. I played him the other day. Who all is playing into the corner with Scene Supremacy? Sebaceous cyst. Sebaceous cyst. Yeah, and then the DEI ninja, the feminist ninja, her name's Frost or something. She's a cool girl, I guess. Because they don't discriminate against ice mages, I guess. That's, oh hey, Honky Kong, former Xbander yourself. Yeah. I'm just playing some games here. I guess you were on Xband a long time ago too. Smegma Pocket. Oh. Oh, no. Protruding buck teeth. I almost want to see who protruding buck teeth is. Jello's protruding buck teeth. Killer Boy. Let's see who else is playing here. And nobody. Okay, yeah, he doesn't have much of a record, but okay. The Chameleon. What do you think about the Chameleon Ninja? The female ninja transformation in Trilogy. That was only on the N64, right? I think so. Sans, Base's cousin Sans would know more about that. Between those two, I do know the N64 version has this silvery katana named Chameleon, and it's also got the Super Sub-Zero, which has the Sub-Xerox ability that one Sub-Zero can do it all, and that's where Xerox got involved because they didn't like their trademark being used, as Xerox was becoming a genericization, just like the term Coke for Coca-Cola was becoming genericized. And Xerox went through the same thing, that when you have to run off a copy, like go run off a copy of a piece of paper, Xerox it. And Xerox was used for everything. Go Xerox me a copy of my receipt or whatever. Go Xerox a copy of this or a copy of that. Go Xerox it. And that was becoming genericized. Xerox did not like that, but as I showed in my memorabilia stream, the only time the ice clone was ever called a Sub-Xerox. And yeah, that's one of those things that the Xerox Corporation did not like, losing their trademark, becoming genericized like Coke did. Everything could be called a Coke, except Coca-Cola Classic. And now they can make a soft drink and call it a Coke. But yeah. Another thing was rollerblades. Rollerblades went through the same thing. That inline skates became synonymous with rollerblades, when Rollerblades was actually a company that made inline skates. And a lot of different companies made inline skates, but Rollerblades became what they were known as. And the Rollerblades company did not like everything with inline skates just being called a rollerblade. Yeah, that's just more Americana. Americana trivia. There you go. Jello's gag ball. Oh, cough ball test. Yeah. Turn, cough. Yeah. I'm not gonna rub the Cobra with this guy, but I do want to see what the Garza family. See scene supremacy take on the mafia here, or the Hispanic mafia, the Garzas. I want to see the curry Negro with his Kentucky Fried Chicken Tikka Masala playing the Garza family. Jello's full body pillow hentai collection. Jello's full body pillow. The scene. Well, that was the end of that. I'm sure scene was rubbing the Cobra for that one. Yeah. This is it for there. Alright, well, I guess I might have to jump in for a trilogy, maybe. Trilogy maybe. Where is Sans anyway? Sans would be... I've not seen James Weber Sans in weeks. It's been like 2 weeks or something since Sans been around. Lion Mac, River Plate. I don't know. Let's see what these guys are playing here. Jello's gimp suit. That would be saying that Jello romanced one of the girlfriends from San Andreas, right? You get the gimp suit from I forgot who it was, but I played. I loved the San Andreas and Vice City. San Andreas and Vice City, those are some good ones. But yeah, I did like those games a lot, and the little radio shows that they played, and even on number 1 and number 2, the radio shows. Try Chameleon on Trilogy. I don't know how to do that. You got to go to, on the PlayStation one, you got to go to Ermac or something, right? One of them will proc Ermac, and he starts fading into other characters. Oh, there's Shao Vicious. There's Mr. Spin. Oh, he got banned. He got banned base. James Weber's account got banned. What did he get banned for? What did Weber get banned for? Dang. Sans got banned. Lost his account. Too many stalking names, huh? Too many stalky names. Yeah. It's okay. And James Weber was his troll account, I guess. Oh, he was probably trying to get a white supremacy group going. That got Sans banned. And absolutely getting wrecked. Oh, but Shao Vicious is trying. He's counter Motaro. That's not going to happen. River Plate's going to take the win on this one. Double Motaro against Mr. Spin's best powers. He cannot pull it off. If that's Miss Spin. I've seen a couple of different names. I don't. I don't know if that's him. I don't know. I think Push is definitely, but I don't know if Shao Vicious is. Yeah, his name ain't James. I know. And he doesn't. Yeah, I know. I know. I figured his names. I figured that wasn't Sans. And I don't. And James Weber looks like the worst Slipknot fan ever. So I don't suppose Sans looks like some Slipknot fan from the early 2000s. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, what profile picture? Yeah. Oh yeah, having a GTA radio show in the background. Oh man, he's getting spanked. Oh, look at that. Infinite corner throw with Motaro. Son should add that onto his onto his manifesto. Talk about that crap. Infinite corner throw is Motaro. See, I didn't know that. I didn't know that crap was possible. It's like you're juggling a character by himself, tossing him up into the air again. Here's Motaro's juggle. Just keeps throwing him straight up into the air. There's the Motaro juggle, everybody. Yeah. Oh yeah. Watch my Motaro juggle. Motaro juggle. There you go. Motaro juggle. Throwing you in the corner and keeping you there. Throwing you in the corner and keeping you there till Jello's hernia heals. Yeah. Every boss has an infinite corner throw, but Shao Kahn grabs you and throws you over his head. He does it the other way. Ha ha! And then he throws you behind him. But no, Shao Kahn throws you the other direction. For that matter, so does Goro, doesn't he? Goro picks you up if you get him with a boom, 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 and then throws you the other way. So does Kintaro. Does a full body hip toss. Oh, okay. So even Shao Kahn, even though he throws you over his head, can still throw you infinitely in the corner like a retard. River Plate, man, that's about the only way you're ever gonna beat Shao Vicious, if that's misspin, is by doing double Motaro. Ah. Saying, like the bass style names, Tony Skittle, River Plater, River Plate. You think people are taking names that you made bass? Jello's Chippendale gig. Yeah, like the Patrick Swayze, he takes his shirt off and he's got cuffs instead. Cuffs in a suit. Little paper cuffs around his wrists. Yeah. Your flash memory. No Homo Taro? Oh. Oh, the way you say those things. Oh, okay. Well, it's just funny. It's funny. Misspin. No, I'm not saying that name. You can fuck that. I'm not saying that name. That name's gross. But Jello's hernia. Jello's dishonorable discharge. Yeah, well, it's funny. Man, he's getting swept like hell. Oh, he might have it against Motaro. No. Ah, he's playing for his life. Shao Vicious is doing a lot of jumping. These bosses are like the one characters you have to jump against. John R. Tarkus. We made a joke once. I had asked, or Base, North Hills Beast. Well, one of us brought up to Jello is that, have you ever had a hernia? Jello, did you have a hernia? And then just kind of ran with it. And we just assumed Jello had a hernia. And so we started asking him, Jello, how's your hernia? Or he's herniated. And so when he was talking about his N64 games, I got him to say it on the mic. Jello, do you have you ever played Superman 64 or Hernia 64? And he read that out loud. If you played Hernia 64. So it's cute. It's a running joke that I've been. I don't know where Base's bad influence of making crap up about Jello having all of these disorders, all of these phobias, diseases, ailments, plagues, and pathologies, and congenital defects. And so we're just, who was it? It was Titan and the other doofus the other night that last week, just naming off all kinds of disorders for Jello, wondering how Jello's doing with his Ingrown toenail. And Jello's expired milk. Stuff like that. Yeah. Jello's hepatitis. Yeah, stuff like that. You played Hernia 64? Yeah. Yeah. I guess that would suck. Jello's menorah. And then when people made like a bunch of copycat names, like other than infected Jello, there was injected fellow, inspected cello, rejected fellow, stuff like that. Dejected smello. Concocted yellow. It just a bunch of Heidi names to mess with Jello in his room. Yeah, it's funny stuff. Funny stuff. I hope he gets a girlfriend, or I hope he gets a wife. Really, ultimately, I do hope Jello gets to go on a date with a lovely lady, and they have a nice romantic evening. Gets to ask out. Ermac launched Motaro, and you don't get to see an uppercut like that send Motaro into the sky. Congested elbow. Yeah. Right, his taste in bags. Them Prada bags. Jello's menorah. Man, he's got him with oh, he just got tossed. Yeah. Xiao Vicious was able to get a round. It's a round. Oh man. A round off him. He's got to do little tippy taps. He's got to do this hit and run thing. To jump back, hit run, jump back, kick, probably jump away again. Yeah, because he can't afford any big hits like that. He's got to try to risk it with little hits. But it's not going to work on this one. He's got him too far down. It's like one mistake and he can't do anything about it. He's got to only be able to pummel him maybe with combos, do a hit, jump kick, get away. I don't know. He actually got around on him though that time. That was pretty good. Yeah. River Plate got him. Jello's full body pillow. Jello's trip to Japan. No, Beautiful Madness. No, I was hoping that he does. I was hoping that he does though. The one time that I broke out all my voice impressions and stuff and started chatting with Jello because he went to voice mic with me, he went to Party Up, and I had made suggestions like that. And I was like, yeah, man, just get a wife, man. You have find somebody that you share your life with, maybe have children while you're still young enough. Men's longevity tends to, at least for childbearing, not childbearing, but men don't hit the wall quickly as young as women do. And I said, you've still got plenty of years, but, you know, make it ideal. Find a nice woman, get married, have kids, have a very fulfilling life. And I had suggested all of this to Jello, hoping that he'd find a woman. So that's how you do the infinite corner throw with Shao Kahn. You just got to walk into it. Walk into it and grab them. But no, I have no idea what if he's having any women trouble or ladies troubles. I really don't know. I don't know if Jello is or not. But yeah. Oh, John, your ex-wife could make Satan seem pleasant. Ew. Oh my. That sounds rough. Yeah. See, that's why you've got to have this good dating and courting. Basically, if you're not talking about marriage by 2 years, I would say for relationships, if you're not at least talking about marriage, you have completely wasted each other's time. If you go 5 years, you've wasted each other's lives. If you're not married by 2 or talking about marriage by 2, you're wasting each other's time. Move on. Move on. Have kids while you're both still young. But yeah. He's going to do that upward knee through that whole match. Yeah, it's funny nowadays. Yeah, I know. It's modern dating now. It's like people they just want to be down to fuck. That's it. And it's going to be spend a lot of money, don't get to know them. Maybe date a woman with 5 of her boyfriends if she gives you the time of day. Or women. See, that's the thing. That's the proof that women's intuition does not exist. The sheer number of women out there that have regrets. The sheer number of women out there that go through the old, I thought he was a good man. I thought he was a good man. I got a baby mama who dropped me, who blah, blah, blah. Where's all the good men? See, that's proof that female intuition does not exist. Yeah, there's too many women out there with too many single motherhood, raising multiple kids. It totally disproves that it shows there is no female intuition. It's just a myth. It's just a very minimal fringe thing because there are too many women making mistakes. Yeah. But yeah, they don't value traditional courtship or dating and stuff like that. They really don't. And that's too bad. They all just down to fuck or down to this or down to money. There's no such thing as finding some good old traditions outside of a church or outside of specifically traditional places to find partners, find mates. But I understand it's difficult finding people nowadays, men or women, who can't focus for more than 5 seconds. What was that? Oh, let me go back to my phone. Hang on. Real conversation? Tippity tappity tippity tippity tap. Huh? Oh yeah. Yeah. That I understand. That's what people are dealing with today. No social discourse, no ability to talk or relate or have conversations, which is really bad for society in general. Yeah, you gotta either be the sugar daddy toxic avenger or or you're the simp, basically. They all want to be young. I don't think they mothers. I think it's quite the opposite. They don't want to be mothers at all. Beautiful madness. I don't think they want to be. They don't want to be any mothers at all. They want the myth that they can just super career their lives right into their mid 40s and then settle down and wonder where did all the young men go, or wonder where did all the good men go. Well, the good men all went to young women who want to have kids, not the career woman. But no, I don't think that women in general want children nowadays, unless it means child support. I guess there's traps like that, but third wave feminism sure has done a lot of damage to the family sphere, to the family culture. That's what it turned into. Yeah, forget the wall. The wall, yeah, wait, work into your 30s, work into your 40s, forget children, work on your career instead. And then a lot of women face regrets when they realize, dang, now you can't have kids. Now you wasted the potentially best, most fertile years of your life. It's just biology. It's a biological fact. That's just what happens. That's just how it is. Whether you like it, you hate it, you can protest it, you can march against it, but that wall comes for women regardless. And fertility takes a nosedive. Suddenly, in late 30s into their 40s, and it goes straight down. You went from, and that's even before menopause. That's long before menopause. We're just talking childbearing good years, able to have, good children. Mutations increase. All kinds of problems. It becomes riskier, not just for the baby, it becomes riskier for the mother. These are biological, statistical facts. But they got convinced. Go out there, be a socialite. Go out there, get on OnlyFans. Go out there, have your career. Don't have a 4-year degree, have a 6-year degree, have a PhD, work at Starbucks for the next 10 years, wonder why you're 40 and don't have children. Wonder where all the good men went. And that's what has happened to so many women in America and Canada. Not to mention the onslaught of dregs of third world countries that are being imported by the millions. That certainly has not helped the economy at all. As a driver of inflation, for one. Yeah. Sometimes beautiful madness, yeah. Race can have a lot to do with it. I mean, you can either ignore it or you can acknowledge it. But it doesn't help ignoring it. I acknowledge a lot of stuff about race, but people usually don't like hearing about it. It's still just facts. It's still statistics. Facts don't care about your feelings. Facts don't care about race numbers either. Certain statistics for this, that, and the other. Yeah, they're not aesthetically pleasant, but that's the way things are. But yeah, I know. Some are definitely more strict over their daughters than other races. And meanwhile, you've got, say, large swaths of Arabic and Indian people who have arranged marriages, and that's that. Even Cambodian, and I'm not singling it out to any single nationality, as there's Arabic, there's Indian, there's Hindu religions, there's just the religion itself. There's Bengali, there's Pakistani, and Cambodian. I have a very good friend for over 25 years. He's Cambodian. He went from being a Buddhist to Christian, and his super trad Cambodian family insisted on setting him up with arranged marriages. Regardless, he had 2 freaking arranged marriages, and they both ended in divorce. But he's got the kids. He's got a couple of kids. 2 arranged marriages. His father suffered through the Khmer Rouge. Okay, his father was a cool guy. He still is. He's not dead, but his father's a cool guy. His sister's nice. He's a cool guy. His mother's fine. 2 arrangements. He botched both of them, or it just didn't work out, could not manage it. So there are cultures in this day that still do this, and I don't know, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But it's like this weird notion that the mother and the father has to pair their kids together with other people because they have no idea, no social cohesion of knowing how to talk to the opposite gender. And the dude is my age. The dude is my age. We're the same age. I've known him well over 25 years. We're going on 30 years. I've known this guy. 2 botched arranged marriages. Both ended pretty sadly, but he moves on in life. Yeah, your uncle's in his 60s, still having kids with his... Well, madness, it's going to get rough. I mean, yes, that's what I was talking about earlier. The wall hits women at a much younger age. Going into your men, what is a Hugh Hefner or something? Men can still have children. Now, even though some of those cells start getting a little gray beard, some of the sperm cell does start getting some gray hairs. It does cause some mutations, but men's ability to procreate can go into their 90s, go into their 80s. Not that I'd recommend that, but yes, they do start getting little gray hairs for a beard. But women, the wall hits so much younger, and the fertility takes a nosedive. It's like you're fine, you're fine, you're fine. So many years, you're okay, you're okay, you're okay. And then you start hitting, it's more like a cliff. People say it's a wall. Sure, it's a wall, but it's more like a cliff because that's where your fertility drops. It goes plummeting. You can't change that. Unfortunately, women get their eggs frozen or they get surrogate mothers. You can have a grandsicle, a frozen baby that's, fertilized or whatever, put in cryo storage for a decade or so. Put in another woman's healthy womb. I mean, there's all kinds of ways of expensive, luxury, high-tech treatments. But it's all trying to get around the very obvious of, hey, just have kids younger. Don't blow your 20s on it, on chasing other fruitless endeavors. Get your kids out first, then go have your career, maybe. Or maybe don't. That's the weird thing. What if women, that's the thing, see, what if women just want to be mothers? Like, where's the movement on where is all the stuff about DEI pushing and wanting more women, into industries they don't want to be in? Like, okay, how many women out there really want to be out on an oil rig with a bunch of sweaty guys who don't do anything but cuss all day? How many women out there? Sure, you get 100,000 a year, 150, 200,000 a year, something in senior, senior positions out on an oil rig in the middle of the ocean. You get loads of money, but what woman wants to do that? Not even a lot of men really want to do that, but what if women don't want to be miners? Like the old pickaxe. Mining. What if women don't want to do that? Or what if women just don't want to be an electrician? Isn't that okay? And that's what I've told these feminazis about that. These third wave feminists, is it okay to want to be a mother? Is it okay just to want to be a stay-at-home mother? But that kind of shut up a lot of the audience that I used to talk to about this stuff. I used to say, you're all for pro-women doing this, pro-women doing that. You want to get them out of the house, get them out of that. What if you just want to be a mother? Where's the support for that? No, they seem to want to push women into being electricians. They want to push women into being HVAC repair people. Repairers instead of repairmen. You got the idea of women being firemen, so now they're firefighters. even though they can't deadlift more than 100 pounds, you know? You've got women that can't knock a door down, but supposedly DEI says they have to be part of the fire squad. Can't knock a door down, can't deadlift more than 100, maybe 150. Golly, you can go be a firewoman. It's like, what if they just don't want to? What if they just don't want to? Like, we all know you can. Stop pushing it on society. We know they can, so why the push for it? There's got to be an agenda involved. There has to be an agenda, a push for this to get women to do stuff that, so what? What if they just don't want to? Isn't that okay? Isn't it about freedom of choice? Don't they have the right to say, yeah, I don't want to do that crap. I'd rather be a stay-at-home mom and raise 4 kids. What's wrong with that? But there's no movement really pushing that idea of just saying, yeah, you can be that too. I don't know. They're going to call him grandpa instead of dad. Oh yeah, passport bros. I was going to say, yeah, that's right. I know a guy who lost 20 years of his life as a passport bro. Yeah, I do know, again, I know a guy, he spent 10 years in Japan. He had yellow fever. His words, not mine. He totally believes in that. He was a white dude, totally receding hairline, all that jazz. He's 10 years older than me. He lost 10 years of his life in Japan chasing, basically thought he could have a life. He looked for his waifu. Absolutely, totally looking for his waifu. He wanted that waifu so bad. He wanted that waifu. And when you get super trad Japanese, you get super ultra traditional Japanese, their family will never accept you. Their family will never like you. Their family will never talk to you. But he wanted that waifu, and he got his waifu, and his waifu left him. And his waifu had a son with him, and that left him too. That wrecked the dude's life. She gave birth to their son. They had a son. It didn't work out between him and her, and that was it. And he lost his visa eventually because he's one of, I guess, bro, he was there teaching English or whatever. The only thing that Americans can do in Japan is teach English. There's not much else. His visa expired. He ended up losing it. And the wife left him, got divorced, as to much shame with the family, but it's okay because he was a gaijin hunters, yeah. And that was that. The father, her father, said, "That's it, you're gone." Changed the son's name to something more traditionally Japanese. He gave him a white name. Nope. Her father stepped in, changed the boy's name back after he was 4 years old, going by one name his entire life. The father came in, changed his name back, and she hooked up with a Japanese man. And my buddy lost 10 years of his life on that waifu. But he fell for it. There's gaijin hunters out there, and so he thought he would get better success in China. So my dude spent the next 10 years of his life in China, thinking, like I said, the dude had yellow fever, loved those women, loved the Japanese, thought he could make it in China, same idea, didn't work. The exact same crap he fell for. He didn't have a child this time, but he thought he'd get a nice traditional Chinese woman. He was, instead of being a translator, he was working on software in China. So he could, I remember he told me all about what it was like actually working in China. It sucks as a foreigner, as a white guy, as an American, or actually Canadian, living in China, having to do work, basically legitimizing his existence pretty much every month. Why he's there in China, or year after year, why he's there. And eventually she left him. After 10 years, he could not get himself to stay with a traditional Chinese woman. She wanted, actually they wanted nothing to do with him. Eventually it's just, nope, you're not accepted, you're not making enough money, you didn't get promoted. Typical cheap shit, just like that. And they left him. And that's when he came back after now 20 years away. He came back to Canada with nothing. Nothing. Had to leave, like I said, left his life in 10 years in Japan, left years in China, no resume, nothing he can call for experience, nobody he could refer to, had to start over in Canada. And that's tragic, that's sad. So, that's the moral of the story, guys. Do not think you're going to go to one of those Far East Oriental countries and find yourself a good traditional woman. That's my own buddy's personal experience that wasted 20 years of his life thinking he could pull that off. Traditional means you as you're white, you're Western, or even black, you will never be accepted there. You will never fit in with their family or their social life or anything. They just look at you with dollars, basically. Dollar signs in their eyes, and you're done. When you're done, you're gone. They want nothing to do with you. But anyway, that's the experience for my passport bro. And his life sucked last time I saw him. But that's what happened to him. That's rough. Don't think you can go there into another culture and think you can just get a trad woman, a trad anything. They will not accept you. But yeah. Jello's trip to Bangkok. Hey, Sonny. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. You're not going to see a woman with, all that drywall going 50 feet in the air doing that in a heavy way. That's what I was saying, yeah. You're not going to see that either, but they're going to push that ideology and tell women that they can. It doesn't look really well. It doesn't look good like the female built bridge that collapsed. They built it like it was supposed to be a suspension bridge or some like causeway bridge. And well, they changed the structure because it looked prettier. They sacrificed the structure for aesthetics because it looks prettier without these support cables holding the bridge up. Yeah, I remember that a few years ago. That was what, like 10 years ago? All female built bridge that collapsed within a week or something, or 2 weeks. Yeah. You think so, Chaim? Oh yeah, of course. It was to get women out of the home and into the workforce. That way they could tax more. It was a push for that, definitely. After the 1950s, the push to get women out there so they could have more workers when America was going along just fine the way it was. That was definitely a push to get them out of the home. But yeah. More taxation is what they were doing. Yeah, well, expect the paid propagandists to approach you in one of those countries. But yeah. Tourism, or as they call it in some cases, sex tourism. That's what they go to Singapore and Thailand and some places in Japan. And that's the other thing that I've talked about with people. You know the minor thing in America and in the West, what we understand and we hold sacred to us as, adult is 18, even though, in Canada, you can drink at 18, you can smoke at 18, you can do all that at 18. In America, you cannot drink until 21, but you can die and serve your country and die at 18. You just can't have alcohol until you're 21. Not in Canada, it's both at 18. Other countries have a very different view on age of majority. Like Germany, it's like 15, okay, or 16. And that's why they call it in the Southeast Oriental countries sex tourism, because their age of majority, some of them, they're like prostitutes at 15. No joke. They can do that crap at 15 years old. They do not care. They give they give lots of fucks actually, but at freaking 15, and it's not a crime, it's nothing. That's in some ways those are very messed up. Despite everything else they do right, they do that very badly. And that also is a well, it goes back into more of the the Korean War and what they call them, comfort women. That was part of World War II Japan. The idea of comfort women, enslaving Korea, Chinese, and these other women to be basically comfort women, basically prostitutes for Japanese soldiers. And Japan denied it. Japan straight out denied that for decades until it was like 1986 or 1987 when an independent researcher actually dug out real documents of World War II and found real numbers, and then Japan had to finally admit it. That, okay, there's anywhere from 30,000 to 60,000 Korean, Thai, Chinese, Singapore, Filipino women kidnapped and sold off for sex slavery to Japanese soldiers in World War II. And this went on for years and years and years. So they have a very different look on life as far as human value, sanctity of your youth, value as a human, value between genders. They have a distinctly horrible view of some of that in some of those countries. But yeah, in some ways it's rough over there with that, which is why you'll see some things in Japanese. I forgot which. Oh gosh, there was an anime, and it was so weird because the boy was a male prostitute in high school at 15 years old. And they pretty much came out and really said one of their main characters, as a boy, as a dude, was already working as a prostitute at 15. And again, this anime centered around a couple of different characters. But that boy, like in 10th grade, was a male prostitute. And it's like, this is Japan life for some of them. Tokyo mainly, like the big cities. It's like that, like Tokyo. They've got some messed up shit over there. Anyway. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess, but they'd see Fraggle. They'd have to put down their devices for more than 5 minutes. They'd have to learn the virtues. They'd have to learn the things that held society together, the things that held countries together and family units together for centuries. They'd have to put that. They have to put their phone down and realize this has worked for thousands and thousands of years for pair bonding. Is the blandest, most generic term for it. It's called pair bonding. And it's worked to raise families around the world for centuries. Mainly in industrialized nations, sure. Europe, coming out of Christendom, going back to Judaism, going back to certain countries' origins, going back thousands of years. Pair bonding has worked all through human history. And I talked about history as far as recorded history. I'm not talking about archaeology or prehistory. But it works. It works. It's the model that's been put forth. And it seems to work in a lot of cultures. pair bonding, or marriage or not, but that's what it's called. And the state, or basically welfare, TANF, food stamps, TANF has allowed women to just not have to care about that. They just have their babies. You got their baby daddies. They get 5 kids. They get extra TANF aid. They get extra welfare for every kid they pop out. And they don't have accountability of how they raise it. Meanwhile, the deadbeat father, yes, of course, equality. The deadbeat father is off somewhere, probably having half his paycheck sucked dry. And, yeah, wondering why there are so many messed up children. That's what I told Jello about this. This was something else that I've talked before, even in other streams. The number one deciding factor of having a messed up child is if it's a single parenthood. The absolute, across all boards, across the spectrum, guaranteed an absolute, and it doesn't mess up everybody, but very high percentage is single, of whether it's going to be a messed up kid or not. When there's no father or when there's no mother, it is a single absolute deciding factor that will swing it one way or the other, whether that kid is going to have a messed up childhood or not. And you can look at this across the board. Guaranteed all kinds of stuff, all kinds of crimes. Just dig into some of that, you'll find out, did the criminal, or the woman, did they know both of their parents? And it's a super high percentage is no. No, their parents were not together, or no, they didn't even know one of their parents. Yeah. It's just coincidentally, those are the trends, statistical trends. But anyway, there's Dragon's Door. Wow, 7 people in this one. Okay, I might want to get into this action here. Yeah. Oh, Frag, yeah, you like that. You watch a lot of those. I see some of these kidnappings. I see some of these cop cameras that you would think that all of these cop cameras were going to save the country and prove that cops are just these belligerent, evil people. And it's totally flipped that on its head. It's totally reversed that completely. That all this cop footage, some states it's very easy to get cop footage from. Some states it's very hard to get cop footage from. Like Florida is one of the easiest. Minnesota is one of the easiest. Pennsylvania, they put it out there. They blast it out there, cop footage. Other states it's like impossible. But you'd think that all this footage on all these cameras that cops were having was just going to expose them. And all it does, nah, it shows that, wow, some of these people are absolutely retarded. Some of these people really are that stupid, and they change their story and they lie on camera, knowing they're being recorded just to garner a lot of sympathy, a lot of pity. And then the actual footage comes out and it's like, oh yeah, you really did pull a gun out. Or oh yeah, you really did try to stab that officer. So like this accountability on police is amazing, how it's completely flipped the narrative of all this abuse and all this crap. And instead it's showing people are like the lowest common denominator. Like, yeah, you're a hoodlum. Or yeah, you're a thug. Or yeah, you're a hoe and you really did try to stab that cop in the neck. Forget your narrative. Or like this dirty, filthy shack that they had to knock the door down. Oh yeah, it really was full of all kinds of dirty, nasty things in there. They didn't just knock down some innocent person's door. Yeah, it's actually it's a dive. It's one of those heroin houses. It's like, yeah, or this guy goes on this long escape from the police, flooring it like at 90 miles an hour, going through a neighborhood. Yeah, and amazingly, you somehow think you're the victim. when you go flooring it in your Mustang GT, screaming through people's neighborhood at 90 miles an hour, and you think you're the victim. It's like, yeah, cop cams have totally exposed this kind of crap from people. This absolute degenerate behavior. You don't need to feel bad for them. A lot of these times I end up feeling bad for the cops because of how many times they have to say, stop. Put your hands down. Stop. Please roll the window down. Please stop. Please. No, I'm trying to tell you. Stop. I'm trying to tell you again. Stop. No. You want to argue the law? Yes, I am asking for this. Yes. Do you have it? Yes or no? Do you have your license? Yes or 50 times. Do you have your license? Yes or no? Do you have your no? And then they try to floor and take it. They floor the gas pedal and try to take off from a traffic stop. And it's like, you know, if you didn't have all of that footage, you really would think a different narrative. You really would think a whole different story was edited into existence. Because you can take a 5-second clip of a cop walking up to somebody's door and smashing it, and then he floors the gas pedal and drives through somebody's truck or something, or hits a semi on the highway. You'd really think this was, wow, what a terrible thing. Cops just walked up and smashed the door and the guy took off. It's horrible. Meanwhile, there's like a whole 45 minutes before that of trying to talk and reason, and then, oh yeah, you find out they've got 5 warrants out for their arrest, or they've had, like, they're a career felon, and chances are they've probably got some other stuff. You, like, all you see is like this much of the camera footage, and then when they release the entire stream and it's 45 minutes long, and you realize this is a completely different story than what it's like they're jerking your chain. It's an entirely different set of events that happened. But I'm glad there's footage out there. I'm glad that a lot of cops, I'm glad that they wear cameras. Sure, it keeps them accountable. Sure, it makes police officers more accountable. But it is wrecking certain people's bullshit narratives. It is absolutely destroying some of the bullshit narratives out there. Ways that I wasn't expecting either. Like, I was expecting, to catch a whole bunch of dirty police officers. I really was expecting that, and instead it's showing us completely the difference. It's showing us, wow, this is the kind of shit they have to deal with, and you only get this much of it when they want to spin a narrative. It tells a very different story. It tells a very different story when you get to see all the footage. It's kind of funny how that's working out, but I'm glad there are a lot of channels and stuff out there. I used to watch the stuff in the 90s. Like, there was a TV show called Real Stories of the Highway Patrol, and these were all, like, usually because all they had back then were dash cams in the 80s and even in the 90s. I'm not sure when they started getting dash cams, but Real Stories of the Highway Patrol, and this was cool. And then there's other stuff called, like, Cops, where the cops had a cameraman running around with them, having to film some of this crap. That made things very dangerous for some people. There was cool episodes about that. Cops, do 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 do. But yeah, and the cartoon Cops as well. That was yeah. There was also the same cartoon show, I think it was also called Cops. But yeah. Anyway. Oh yeah, basically, yeah, Asmongold comments on a lot of that stuff too. He comments on, he puts a lot of social commentary on those cops things sometimes. That's some funny stuff too. He usually has some good editors that make it into some pretty funny stuff that he posts sometimes. I don't know what I'm going to do with my channel. I might, because, like I've said, I don't think we're down to 4 months now on MK Legacy with no rankings in sight. I don't think the game is going to last that long. I don't know what I'm going to do with my channel though. I don't know. I don't know. I have I do have Steam. I have a couple of games on Steam. I would play with Titan. I'm not sure if Titan though has a Steam Deck or Steam at all. Mine would have to be on my computer because I am not going to buy some games twice. I am absolutely not buying some games twice. So I would have to find some way of streaming through my computer, maybe get some capture card or something and stick my face in the corner. No, I'm not going to close the channel. Look at how old my channel is. Like I said, 15 years ago, yeah, 15 years ago, I was monetized. I had like 10 subscribers back then. More like we're going on like 16 years ago now, like 16 or 17. Maybe about 16 years ago. I had like 10 subscribers, but my videos, I had tens of thousands of views, and YouTube monetization used to work differently back then. It's like, congratulations, you've reached 20,000 views or whatever. It's like, you're monetized now. And it was so easy, but they didn't care about your subscriber count. It was just you're not your channel, but your videos themselves monetized. And that was really cool, and that's why I keep up some of my old videos, just because, hey, you know, my channel, it is really old, and I had, now my biggest Warcraft video has 89,000 views on it. It got like 60,000 of those in the first 3 years, and I was monetized. I did not make a lot of money off of that, unfortunately, but then when the rules changed with YouTube, I lost monetization instantly. It was gone because I only had like 10 subscribers. Eventually back on the WoW days, I got up to 100 when I was doing some things like with Overwatch. I played a lot of Overwatch at one time too. But it was like, dang, I had all these freaking views and I had all this monetization, and just like that, it was all gone when YouTube changed their rules. So no, I'm not gonna lose my, I'm not gonna close my channel. I just don't know what I'm gonna turn it into after MK Legacy Kollection isn't able to stay on life support anymore. I just don't know what I'm gonna turn it into. Yeah. Yeah. I know, Madness. I know you've had some unfortunate altercations, and with your friend that got shot. See, that's the other stuff. That is rough. I do not know, yeah, how some of that crap happened with your buddy. That's rough. And I think it was you and I that we were talking about that once. But yeah. Oh, it's Bad Boys. That was the song. Bad Boys, Bad Boys. That was a song. I was thinking of the cartoon theme song. But, yeah. That's rough, though. They all been raised by single parents. I missed that comment, but yeah. Yeah. Oh, okay. Sundown here. No, I don't really play the survival games or No Man's Sky. I didn't even know No Man's Sky was still around. That game came out, it was like over 10 years ago. People get to go around and name planets. I thought that was so cool when it came out, until you realize that these planets are empty. And these planets and all this interstellar travel, there's like nothing on any of these planets. But it was kind of a neat idea at one time. But I didn't know. I haven't played or heard or looked at anything of No Man's Sky in, gosh, at least eight years or so. Jam on GTA 5. Well, I've got GTA 5 on my Xbox 360, but I don't have the online form of it. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. I'll jump into the fray here. Headlocked Gaming. Dwayne, you're up. Yeah. Congratulations, Dr. Fraggle.
Don't forget. Oh, wait, Dr. Fraggle. I'll play. Where's that game? Whoa. Hopefully this dude doesn't join our match right now. If he joins the match, I'll have to cut out Dr. Frag. I mean, Doc. Okay, one. There. It's been a fun day, chat. It's been a fun day. Some days. Nice. I always forget Nightwolf has the double charge on Armageddon. Yo, Kazuma, you heading out, brother? Yo, what you eat, man? Hey, I hope you're doing well, bro. Uh-oh. Oh, good insight. Nice. Alright, this guy hasn't joined our match yet, so far we're still good.
I got him. John the Small Kid. I've never seen this guy play. Not sure what he's got. Hey, Dragon Zord. I was just here ranting and raving. Not that kind of raving, but ranting and see, I know about the plur. No, I was just spreading some philosophy. Let's just call it that. Spreading philosophy. Yeah. Big Smoke, you know about the plur, man. The plur. Spread the plur. Boy, that's people nowadays don't know what that's a reference to.
That's like the only guest characters we have left. Heading to bed.
Rant raving.
Oh, nice. Get that rest, brother, dude. I went to bed right after the stream ended yesterday. I'm trying to reset my sleep schedule, and I've been getting up at 6 a.m. the last few days.
I'll go double random here against Headlock. Oh, it's a singles.
By the time y'all saw me on stream, I was fried, man. I've been up for like 12, 16.
Cello's Night at the Roxbury. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me.
It's quality. Okay, Xbander. Trying to get the random smoke?
Why is it so batty? Ah, it's so lagged. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. The
only reason I gotta win is because I'm playing like the most random stuff only because every button I'm pressing I'm thinking
Ah, it's lagging badly.
I wish it was Conquest mode too. I think the story mode stuff's kind of run its course, man. They need to either change it where it's like dead on I think the story mode, they need to give us branching paths in the story.
Dr. Fraggle.
I don't know, something different. The same story mode, there's a problem with story mode, and that is no matter who you're playing, they always have to win in their story. And so like you're playing a chapter of Cassie,
what is love?
Cassie,
Baby, don't hurt
you have to
me.
win every fight.
Don't hurt
So you have
me.
characters in MK
No more.
beating characters that really shouldn't be. So like running into like I would like more of a choose your own destiny. Alright, while we got Xband doing this, I'm just showing you that guy is not going to
Hadaway. Hadaway made that song. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. No more.
Our next player is up. This is Noah the Goat. Noah the Goat has joined us.
Very good, Fraggle. Nah.
There you go, Doc.
John D. Small Kid.
Doc Frag versus Xbander. Going heavy, hard, deep.
Yeah.
That's what she said. Do a 24-hour stream. We got a 12-hour time limit today. You guys can push us to 12 hours.
Could even use one earbud to sound or talk more clearly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're down to almost a half hour.
Could have held it that way.
Or gifted memberships. But 24-hour stream, I can do an 18-hour. I worry about 24 hours.
No, you cannot.
Story many times,
You cannot reverse the ground fireballs. They are one way. That would be weird, reversing or mirroring the eruptions. That would be weird.
Look at the story of the streamer that passed away doing 24-hour marathon, you'll find it. Ever since then, I was like, what? 12 hours. Take that risk in that situation. Alright, so we're waiting on our match now against Noah the Goat, and in the finals it's going to be us against Core Moving, who I believe I have a trauma response to. That's a true story, man. True story.
Yeah, Headlocked is talking about those 24-hour streamers that die. Yeah, that's really bad.
Yeah, you don't want to, you don't want to live in that situation. It's too long, 24 hours. It's up. Regular monster and pizza will see you through. You'll survive, I believe in you. That's the spirit, my friend. That's the spirit right there. I don't know what it was. I'm good though. Nice. I should have anticipated that block. I don't know what happened to him. It was like 5 years ago or something like that.
Get a friendship on him.
I saw the story and I was like, I will not be doing a 24-hour stream after that. I got friends that do 24-hour streams. I tell them about that often. I'm like, yo, don't forget that dude. Remember that one guy? What happened to that one guy? One guy didn't make it. Sad story, but it's true. Sorry, Zach. There you go. Xbander out here cooking on the streets.
Cooking on the streets.
Shot, got Doc Brad, taking a shot, smoking. Getting 4 hours, sometimes 6. Yeah. I've done 12. We did 11 and a half hours. Inaugural show. World Combat Marathon Monday. We did almost 12 hours. That's
My brand is the Xbander.
Xbander bringing it in. It's pt2 on Switch 1.
That would probably be 2000 when I got my when I got on to Xbox 360. 2007, when I got on the Xbox 360, I took the name Xbander. That was yeah, I'd say that's about right. Yeah. I mean, that was when I took the name, I guess. I don't think I went by that anywhere else. Yeah. Yeah.
My opponent has not joined on our next Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. I don't think I went by Xbander before 2007. Oh, canceled out the morph. That freeze canceled out his mid shapeshift. Hairbender. Ridiculous. I'm just going random just for fun. Fun against these dudes. Eh. And the bloody thing. Oh, me bloody thing just dropped, mate. What the fuck? What the fuck there, mate? Me fucking thing just dropped. I don't know what causes this. Maybe it's because Headlocked left in the middle of that. Maybe that's what canceled it, because Headlocked isn't there anymore. Yeah. Oh well. Old digital excuses. That was Pills Farm. I wonder who's jamming in here. The Tyler Gilmore. What the heck is that? Vulpix. The Vulpix. I'm trying to think now. What other names did I go by back then? My channel name was not the Xbander back then either. It'll show my channel creation date. I think was before. But yeah, I did not go by the Xbander back then. That would have been 2007. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Okay. Well. Okay. So I'm going to see what Vulpix is about. Did the Avatar: The Last Airbender make you go with Xbander? No. That's actually Xband made me go with Xbander because I wanted to find people that were on Xband. And when I got onto this 10 years later, Xband ended on April 30th of 97. I got on Xbox 360 with the Ultimate MK3 game in 2007. I really wanted to find people who had been on Xband. And so the easiest way to do that would be to identify myself. Hey, I'm the Xbander. Nobody would recognize it that was not on Xband. So that was why. That was why. I took Xbander so that other people who were on Xband could find me. And maybe associate themselves or relate in some way. A few people did. A few people did. Yeah. Yeah, back then, there were a couple of people on the Xbox 360, Xbox Live Arcade that I connected with. They were like, "Hey, I was on Xband. I remember that thing," and so we just got to talking, and that was my goal. That was why I chose the name. I chose the name for the easy association. The easy connection, the easy association. I bend MK characters. I bend them. Yeah. Or like the Futurama reference. Yeah. Yeah, Bender. That's right. My name is Bender Rodriguez. Yeah. That's my name. Oh, it's Heaven. Oh boy. This guy's good. Ah. Do people recognize you out in the world as Xbander? Nope. 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 No, as you can see, I don't have a large fandom. Definitely not. Huh? My wife does. My wife announces it when we go to the supermarket every day. Yeah, well, my wife reckons. She's like, "Hey, we got Xbander over here. Hey, guys, can I get a discount? Can I get a cool YouTube streamer discount?" They usually say no. Yeah, usually they say no. Hey, that's the Xbander right there. Can I get a picture? Man, that would be so cool if somebody ever did that. Well, I messed that one up. I tried to do the uppercut, and instead she went, she did her square punch. Nope, 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 nobody does. Nobody does. I am not known or recognized in the real world. That would be cool though. It'd be like, if I had fans, if I had people that found me. They're like, hey, fuck you. You beat me at MK3. Hey, hey, it's that guy. Oh yeah. Nah. Maybe someday I would turn my channel into something else. Mm. Even. I'll go with Kabal this time. I intentionally did not go with or did not turn invisible with smoke that other round, just to see, okay, what's it going to be like if I don't go invisible with smoke? Ah, I walked into it. Shit, I walked into it again. Did Shang Tsung get older or younger, in your opinion, transitioning from male to female? I don't know. I think he got older. Transitioning from MK2 to MK3. Well, Philip on Muhammad, that's his real last name, MD. I did not know for many years that MD is a shortened name of Muhammad. Philip on, I don't know if he's older than John Turk or not. Ah, he got me. Mm. Yeah, that's what people have said. Oh, MK1? Yeah, he was definitely way too old in MK1. But going for that was the lore that he took on a younger body to fight better in MK2. It didn't really make any sense. I mean, it really didn't. You've got this old wizard man sorcerer who fights in the first MK as the final boss. And then he's like, I decide to take on a younger form to be a competitor in MK2. I begged for my life from Shao Kahn for losing to Liu Kang. And it's like, what? Here, take a younger body and fight like a man instead of an old man. Yeah. I don't know. It made it interesting to be able to play as Shang Tsung. Yeah, he is now Mortal Doctor. He really is an MD now. But yes, Philip Ahn became a real Mortal Doctor, I think they called him. His name, his book, Mortal Doctor, I think is what it was called. Alright, so that's enough here. I did a friendship. I will step out of this. You guys can play. Let me see if I missed any of the chats here. Yeah. Shao Vicious. Ma Shao. Écoutez. Da ba da dee da. Écoutez. Ya ba da dee da. That's kind of a cool French song that I remember hearing once. Great MK, Great MK Legacy. I missed his message. Yeah, I thought about doing trilogy earlier. I decided not to. Yeah. I figured I would rant and rave and talk in the meantime. That's all. Eh. Yeah. Écoutez, zabadadita. Écoutez, dududut, ladudut, dududut. Écoutez. Everybody's in this lobby looking for the dragon sword. And tasty strudels. People want the tasty strudel. Exactly, yeah. Shao's power was like for nothing. But then Shao Kahn entered the tournament for MK2. It's like Liu Kang won the first MK. How did Shao Kahn become the boss of the next MK? That was something that, I mean, canonically, that, and it doesn't make sense going into MK3 either, that now Liu Kang won again, and somehow, how did Shao Kahn become the final boss again? Wouldn't Liu Kang be the final boss? I just don't get it. I didn't get how they lined all of that up. But yeah, I liked the MK2 Shang Tsung better because his fireballs looked more like the MK1 fireballs. Those MK1 fireballs, he could shoot 4 of them. Yeah, 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 yeah. And that took like half of your life bar each time. Yeah, 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 yeah. But then they nerfed that down into 3 fireballs in MK2. And they kept that as 3. It's just Shang Tsung by himself as a player, as a character. I know, and never mind. I'm not going to talk about Shang Tsung. Doc Fraggle, that's your favorite guy. It's just, okay, fine. Toasty. Okay, Toasty and Heaven are going to play then instead. Yeah, the eruptions, the ground fireballs, yes. That was only in MK3 and UMK3. That's an MK3 introduction. Having them launch you from the ground, yeah. But that's all Shang Tsung had in MK2. It's like it was the novelty of playing as Shang. Like, oh, cool, I get to play as the final boss from the previous game. Even though we nerfed his fireballs, they don't take half of your health anymore. I thought it was still cool. And I guess being able to morph into other characters. That way you could kind of trick somebody. Like, oh ho, you thought I was playing as Shang Tsung. I'm really playing as Melina or Liu Kang for the next 10 seconds. And then I'm going to morph into them again. It's like, yeah, you weren't expecting that. Ho ho ho, young master. That's that 1950s or 1960s genie of the thief of Baghdad. Ho 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 ho, young master. Yeah. Yeah. It's 1950s, I think. Sinbad or Aladdin or the Thief of Baghdad. Yeah. Yep, Shao Kahn is boss in MK2 and 3. Or Ultimate. MK2 and 3. It doesn't really make sense. And then Shinnok is the boss in number 4. Like, how? How did Shinnok become the boss again? I never knew who canonically won MK3. I don't know if that's ever really was settled, who actually won Mortal Kombat 3 in the story. We know Liu Kang won in 1. We know Liu Kang won in 2. But who won 3? And somehow Shinnok became the boss in number 4. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know who won number 3 really. And canonically, Shiva died after number 3 as well. I remember that much from the story. That at least it was supposed to. At least that was how it went originally. Maybe they retconned that story out of existence too, just as a reason to keep these characters alive. Yeah. You can tease Shang Tsung, he's weak. Yeah. Yeah. But if you can pull them off, he's got some great juggles. There's some great juggles if you can pull them off. With, like I said, my favorite one is just straight into Nightwolf. Catch them in the first eruption, morph, the fireball, ground fireball erupting, morph into Nightwolf, hatch it about 8 times. Whoosha, whoosha, to 3, and a 4, and a 5, and a run 4, and a 6, and a 7. Even an 8 maybe. Something like that. And a punch and a charge, and you just took like 80% of their health for some characters if you pull it off. Or if you can master the juggling of multiple eruptions, the ground fireball, boom, 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 then jump forward, then do another ground fireball, boom, 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 and launches him across the screen again. Jump forward, another you know, back, forward, forward, low kick. Another set of eruptions. Another eruption of fireballs. You can actually do that right, and sometimes you can, I don't know if that's an infinite that Shang Tsung can do, but you can definitely juggle them a lot if you pull it off and you time it right before they hit the ground. So 3 was technically an invasion, not a traditional tournament. Okay. Liu Kang defeated Shao Kahn to save the Earth Realm. You're trying to do the Ermac juggle? Yeah. Okay, yeah, you've seen all the hatchets. Morph into Sub-Zero, freeze them, then morph back into Shang, do the ground fire. Yeah, catch them as Sub-Zero. If you're close enough timed out, go into Shang, wait till it expires, go into as Shang Tsung, do the ground eruption, then Nightwolf, and hatch it like 7 or 8 times in a row. Because they're perfectly positioned when they come down right on top of your head. And it's like no other ability is going to position you like that. So high over their head, coming down on you. And you just like hatchet after hatchet after hatchet, just inching them across the screen. Yeah. You can't figure out the hatchet high punch juggles? So, okay, Dragon Sword. So, 3 wasn't not a traditional tournament. Okay. But then, so who won at the end of 3? Did Shao Kahn get beaten again? And who beat him? There has to be a canon ending to MK3, or Ultimate MK3. Somebody beats Shao Kahn and Motaro. According to the story's lore, somebody beat them in the story to move on to MK4. Liu Kang did it. So Liu Kang won 3 times in a row. Liu Kang beat Motaro. Liu Kang beat Goro. Liu Kang beat Shang Tsung. Liu Kang beat Kintaro and Shao Kahn, and then Motaro and Shao Kahn again. Man, that's a lot of winning for Liu Kang. Man, that's a lot of win streak. Yeah. He's win streaking. All right. Well, like I said, plugging Drew's tournament, the CKK, the Cincinnati Combat Convention, if you guys want to go to there in October, formerly known as Get It in Ohio tournament. But if you guys want to meet up with him and some other guys, that's where to do it in America. I might mention it a few more times in a couple of my other streams, just for the sake of it. But yeah, that's cool, dudes. No, I am not going. Nope, I am. I'm not like that. Not gonna go. If I had the money, and spare time and all that jazz, like traveling and meeting people, sure, I'd go for a day, but no, I can't. I don't have the money and I don't have the time. Just to fly there to play some games of Mortal Kombat and fly back. No, I don't have money like that to spend. But hey, if I got 15,000 more subscribers, I don't know, maybe I would have some money. Maybe I would. I don't know, 1,000,000 more subscribers. A ton more. That would be cool. But, yeah. Yes, Dragon Sword. It is an in-person tournament, the CKK. That is an in-person thing. You get to physically meet some of those people. If depending on who's going, you get to see what they really look like. They might even tell you their real names. They might even share personal details. They might even wear dirty sweatpants with stains on them. They might even do a lot of things. I'd sure like it if Base would stop saying that name so often. That was just gross with some of those pictures. Yeah, meet and greet the great Xband. No, you'd meet and greet a lot of other people, a lot of great other guys. But I'm not much for the traveler of traveling great distances. That's not really my thing. I have traveled, I have been to places, I have done sightseeing, but I don't know, not to play video games, not to play some video games. It's not my thing to travel for. Yeah. Yeah, shaking hands. I don't know. A few years ago, what was it, like 4 years ago, or right after the Wuhan virus? What they were like, they had like 30. You know, ask Drew. It's best to ask Drusus how many. Because I did see at one time it was 30. 30, and they rented out an arcade or something. I'm not positive, but I've seen highlights of it. So 30, maybe 20, I think one time. Another time it got down to 16, or it was up to 16, or down up from 9, or something like that. He gets a good number of people, but it's best to ask him. But I won't be going, and I let him know that as well. The other day I said, no, I'm not doing it. I don't travel. I don't have the time or the money. But yeah, it's best to ask him. He would be able to tell you. MK newbie, huh? Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah. Yep, that's cool. The fact that, yes, this 30-year-old game, or in some cases 35-year-old game, from MK1 to Trilogy to nobody really cares about MK4. But yes, this 30-year-old game is still alive and people are still playing it. It's definitely the most popular one of the bunch. Ultimate is, apart from MK3. I'm getting worn down. That yeah, it's pretty renowned. That it still has it still has an interest after all these years. And that's pretty cool. But yeah. Or there's guys like like that guy, MK Newbie. Maybe he's new to the game. There's some guys out there named Samurai Jax or Smelly Sanders. That's he's actually kind of new to the game. He's really new. Even Heaven here is kind of new to the game. Heaven and Sheevan. But Smelly Sanders is a more of a newcomer to the game, and he's amazing at Ultimate. I haven't seen him in a few, I don't know, over a month now. Maybe it's been 2 months since I saw Smelly Sanders on here. And he's a newer comer to the game. He did not play it back in the day. I don't even think he played it on Xbox Live. I think he got it on Fightcade. But he goes as Samurai Jax on here. He goes as Samurai Jax on the PlayStation, but he's Smelly Sanders on the other platform, maybe Xbox or YouTube. He's Smelly Sanders. He's incredible. Yeah, it's 3 pieces of toast. He's kind of new. Yeah. That's the thing. The MK3, Boone and Tobias did say that they were introducing something that that had never been done before, and that was the run button. That was still, it's true. That is the only game, or the first game, to introduce the run button as a button that you press to run in combat. It's true. This is the first game. Plain old MK3 is the first game to have the run button, but it's not the first game to have the run feature. It is not. They're actually, Darkstalkers was the first game to feature that. It came out a few months before MK3. Darkstalkers was the first game to feature like a dash. You do like a double tap. Forward, back, or left, right. You do that. That's a dash. And that was Darkstalkers. That was the first game to feature running, or darting, or dashing in combat. So MK3 wasn't the first in the world for that, unfortunately. But it was the first with a run button. The run button was all new by Midway and MK3. But it missed the record by a few months for Darkstalkers as being the first fighting game with a run. With a run feature. Yeah, the 6 button, you don't like the 6 button makeup? Yeah. Oh yeah, Darkstalkers was never on the level of MK3. Of course not. But I was just saying the first. The first game to feature running was Darkstalkers. It beat MK3 by a few months. But MK3 was the first to feature a run button. First button running. But Darkstalkers was the first to actually run. Yeah, there's just more fighting game trivia. Oh yeah, I loved Killer Instinct. Killer Instinct was one of the games I played on Xband. I was okay at it. I wasn't great. I don't remember what my record was for Killer Instinct on Super Nintendo, but yeah, oh yeah, I loved Killer Instinct. I played that a lot. That game gets louder and louder as your combo gets higher. Killer combo! It's like everybody in the arcade could hear it. Wow. Then Ultra combo! You could hear it all the way down the hallway, and that was intentional. The programmers had your default volume setting, and it would crank the volume up as you got higher combos because they wanted the game to attract attention. That was a feature on Killer Instinct. And then Killer Instinct 2, I did like that. I liked staring at Maya a lot. That was a funny experience because she's this half-naked Amazonian. You could just look at her on the character selection screen. And, yeah. But yeah, I did play a lot of Killer Instinct 2 and KI Gold on the N64. Yeah. The run button setup, and yeah, when you break combos. Combo breaker! The thing was, Chief Thunder was the worst character in Killer Instinct. And the reason why, as top tier, very good players, very skillful players in Killer Instinct, which we were all on Xband back then, the best Killer Instinct players, if you start getting combos over like 3 hits, when you get into 4 hits, 5 hits, you're getting your combo broken every time by pro players, and I mean that in the most liberal sense. Top tier Killer Instinct players, when you start getting over 5 hits, you're asking your butt to get kicked, because they will break your combo every time. So really good Killer Instinct players at KI1 and KI2 or Gold, keep your combos low. But Chief Thunder is royally shafted with that. Thunder is screwed in Killer Instinct because his hatchet spin, whack, whack, whack. That's an instant 3-hit combo. That's your main bread and butter move. Your opening dash attack, not his not his flaming mohawk, and not his phoenix, not that one. His triple hatchet, whack, whack, whack. Instant 3-hit combo, and Chief Thunder has nothing to really follow up with that as a finisher. He's got his double knee kick and his overhead chop, which, bam, combo broken instantly. That is why Chief Thunder sucks in Killer Instinct, because you cannot follow up finishing his combos. You will get combo broken every time by good players. And that's how you play Killer Instinct. So, good players, they keep their combos at triples, supers, hypers, you know, that's about it. When you start getting it up there into 6 or 7 hit no, you're getting broken. They're going to break your combo right away. Good Killer Instinct players. And this is all stuff I learned on Xband. This is all stuff from supreme players that were really great. And it carried over more or less in the arcade to Killer Instinct 2. Basically, don't do anything more than 3 or 4 or 5 hits. You're going to get combo broken every time by better players. And yeah, I did play a lot of Killer Instinct, but MK3 was my main stuff. I'd always been MK3 and then now Ultimate MK3. I totally dropped off the bandwagon of Killer Instinct decades ago. But I did play it when it was out, when it was popular, and that was, KI1 was one of the games I played on Xband against other people. Yeah, they're really good. You like Cinder, huh? Yeah, Josh. Target. That's also, I think it was Cinder, how you turn into Idol, or that, or it's also Riptor. It's Riptor or Idol. One of those gives you access to Idol. I'm not sure which one, because I've seen it done as both characters. You can switch into Idol from one or both of them. But yeah. Yep. His air fireballs, yeah. He can, Cinder can drop out of the air and with his fireball. His back for his comet dash, where he's shoots as a fireball himself. You can, drop out of the sky with that and open into combos. His flare, though, his actual torch ability is garbage. He just squats down and it's like you are wide open to get hit from anything. Cinder's actual long-reaching flamethrower is just garbage of a move. And yeah. But Cinder was a cool character. You could make yourself immune to projectiles, or you could just go straight invisible. He had his transitioning into hollow form, where he goes, and now you can kind of see through him. He's immune to all projectiles, or just does it again, and he goes completely invisible. You see like a little fireball trickle or something, little little sparks that fly off of him, but you really can't see where he was. Cinder gets you Idol, but Riptor can too. Because I remember doing that in the arcade. Riptor could also Idol. But yeah, Cinder was usually it. Or maybe it was after so many tries of Riptor, the game, I don't know, the software board switches you over to only being able to do Cinder into Idol. But yeah, you think those are amazing machines? Yeah. I remember when they released Killer Instinct 3, it didn't really catch on. It didn't take. It didn't quite have the charm to it, but Killer Instinct 3, when did that come out? It was like 2009 or something? Now I gotta look that up. When did Killer Instinct 3? It's been a long time since KI3 came out. Killer Instinct 3, okay, 2013. Okay. That was by Rareware, that's right. Rare. Yeah. That's been a long time since that game came out, but it just didn't catch on. I don't know. It just wasn't its thing. I looked at it, I saw it. It didn't really have the charm that I think number 1 and 2 had. But meanwhile, for Tusk, I think Gargos was a much easier boss than Idol. Idol was insanely hard, and Idol could regenerate his own health bar. He starts stomping after he pulls off a combo with you, and my gosh, he starts stomping. He starts putting his hoof in the ground, and he's just getting his health bar back. But you can't do that as Idol if you play as him. You don't have that ability. His other move, I think it's Fierce Kick, or holding back in Fierce Kick, where he uses his ram, his club as like this battering ram. He just shoves it out there. That antis every ability in the game from a normal player. You also don't really need to finesse knowing how to hit, quick, medium, or fierce. Idol's back forward fierce punch breaks every combo. You don't even need to try. But I think it's fierce back and fierce kick, where his big baseball bat, that giant club, that anti everything. Any charge attack, any regular attack, any special move, that jut out with his club counters everything in the game. And it's on purpose. Yeah. And Gargos in KI2 was much easier. Much easier, and kind of a crappy character to play as. Not a lot of fun. Idol was more fun. But the one guy in Killer Instinct 2 that has no projectile, they amped up they amped up his power in exchange for not having a projectile, and that's Tusk. Tusk is basically Conan the Barbarian, except you see him from the back. You don't see his chest. You don't see his front side unless he wins. The entire time he's like you see the back of him like he's a batter, like he's in a batting cage. Tusk has no projectile, but he hits harder, and they make up for that. Also, he has great reach on that sword, that broadsword. He has both the top chop and a sweep with it. He can freaking sweep you with his sword. Tusk can sweep you with his sword. He's got, just like Guile has 2 kicks. Guile has the squatting a double sweep. One is a squatting fierce kick, and Guile will sweep you twice. Tusk has a swing and a sweep. He will try to chop your head off, and if he misses or you block it, you get swept. He will do high and low as one move. But yeah, Tusk And his ultimate, which is kind of cool. Other characters' ultimates can be canceled or you can attack them. Tusk's ultimate is this meteor that's coming no matter what. It's coming. If you can interrupt him, you're still getting hit with that thing. I remember Tusk's ultimate. But yeah, in exchange for not having a projectile, they made Tusk hit harder. So that's the trade-off with Tusk. He's actually a very good character, and he's not slow, and he has great reach with his sword. And he's tough to counter if you get trapped with him. That's the trade-off for not being able to shoot anything as Tusk. Tusk has no projectiles. Anyway, Dr. Fraggle, you loved KI2? Yeah, I did too. I played a lot of that game in KI Gold. I remember in the arcade when I used to play as I played as Glacius in KI2. I was the first guy to get a 63 hit combo as Glacius, and I got my name up on the leaderboard. And I was like, yeah, this is great. Thanks, Xbanders. My fellow Xband players told me all the ways, like they knew they had like a 75 hit combo with Jago, and they told me how to do like a 63 hit combo with Glacius in Killer Instinct 2, number 2. Before Xband was gone, guys were trading their combo tips, and I was the first guy to do Human Smoke as well in the arcade. That got passed around on Xband 2 in 1997. The secret on how to play as Human Smoke was, I'm telling you, was definitely known. It got out, it got leaked out, it went straight to Xband and came to me, and I used him in person in the arcade. Shocked the heck out of people. But the top combos in Killer Instinct 2 also got released, and people shared through Xband. And I was the first guy in my arcade. I got the 63 hit combo with Glacius. And a few weeks later, somebody broke it and got 65. It's like, or 64. They managed to get Glacius's his liquid metal, his little teleport uppercut. Yeah, one of the guys there named Joe managed to pull that off. There was a guy named Joe that I knew at the arcade. I was on top for like 2 weeks, and Joe came and broke that combo record. He managed to get that extra hit of Glacius's uppercut. And I was like, Joe, you were able to copy my you were able to pull it off, and you broke my combo, and you broke my record 2 weeks later. But anyway, that was fun. Trying Jago's combo, but I know in KI2 he had like a 75. He had a higher hit combo than Glacius. Anyway, alrighty, folks. Well, let's anyway, yeah, I'm definitely not an Xbox player, not for many years now. Yeah. Almost 7,000. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Code Mystics. Yeah. That was cool. Alrighty, folks. That's a wrap. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. Like and subscribe. You know, I should post this. I should actually pin this on all of my streams. I should actually, you know what, I wonder if that would change anything if I put that up there on the top. Instead of signing off on it every time, maybe I should just maybe and yeah. Anyway, maybe I should pin that up there. Alrighty, Smoke. Alrighty, Doc Frag and FMC MEP CP1 FM. It looks like an acronym for something. FMC. That's what we call you. The MC. The Master of Ceremonies. The Effin' MC. Alrighty, guys. Alright. Have a good evening.